Welcome to SoulWhat, a Soultopia production. Every Tuesday, Michelle and Roger Welch take a deep dive into the intriguing and proactive world of metaphysics, a world beyond our human perception. They'll talk to empaths, readers, and other guests from all walks of life to find out what's hiding under the surface, uncover the mysteries of our modern world, and reveal the answers you need to live a happy, healthier life. Now, here's your hosts, Michelle and Roger Welch.
Hello and welcome to SoulWhat. I am so glad to be here tonight with my co-host Roger, also my husband, and our producer Matt Stoker. How are you guys doing tonight?
Good. Glad you threw that. My husband too.
Just happens to
Co-host
be.
is more important.
Yeah, much
Husband.
more. How is everyone?
Tired now.
I've been resting a whole lot since Tide. I think I didn't realize how exhausted I was.
I haven't caught up from it yet because I've still been doing stuff nonstop and I haven't caught up.
Yeah, and I kind of, once I hit the laying down, I think I haven't been able to get up, and I have a book due in 20 days. So it was due 7 days later, 27th. Yeah. But it just kind of made me start doing it. Roger, I wake up and Roger goes, "What do you mean you're going to go do whatever? You have a book due in 20 days." So it's time to get moving. But tonight, what we thought we would do, we had a great inspiration at Tide. And for those of you who don't know, that's a local event we started. Matt was there too. For those of you who don't know, Matt Stoker is our wonderful producer. We've been together now. I don't know how many episodes we've had, but over
I have to go back and count. I haven't numbered them, so I don't know. But I could probably go. I could find out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot, more than a year, right?
Oh, it's been.
It's been about 3 years.
Yeah, y'all been doing it for about 3 years.
Well, time has. I mean, a year. Our grandson turned a year this past weekend.
We were doing it before COVID. Yeah.
And that seemed like it was.
We've been doing it a year before COVID.
Yeah.
So to me, time is flying, and that's not a good thing when you're getting older. You want time to slow down a little bit. I don't know. So.
Oh, dang it, Matt. I went with Lizzie yesterday to get her uniform stuff for EMT school, right?
Right.
At the 511 store, and I meant to bring them. They had these little patches there, alien patches.
Oh, really?
You know how the Velcro alien?
Yeah.
So they're grab bags, and I meant to bring. I'll bring them next week.
Oh,
But they're grab bags, and you grab it. They're like $10, but you don't know what's in it. And they were aliens. I got a cowboy. I got a cowboy alien.
Did you get one
awesome.
from Matt?
I got a. I will. I'll go get one.
Oh, you need to just say, "Yeah, I got one from Matt."
Yeah, I got one from Matt.
That would be the
just won't
nice
show up
way to
next
do
week,
that
Matt.
if you're going to give him one.
Fine.
But so dang it, I meant to bring those today
So,
because I was going to throw them in with my charms.
a couple things have gone on. We had the International Divination event. That would be 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even. It seems like it was yesterday. And so, seriously, that was a great. We've gotten more great responses. Somebody sent us a note. Christine Ashworth, I saw, sent us a note. I'm assuming there's something nice inside of that. It's a thank you note or something that we need to open. But
Better not assume.
Roger,
I'm kidding.
Roger talked to us today and told me today that he had talked to someone, and she said, seriously, it's the nicest one I've ever been to, and I've been to them all over. So that was very nice. Not that we're trying to compete with other people. We just wanted to bring our own flavor to it. And so Matt was also, you guys, part of that. And, we're just really excited that it went.
She said it was she said she's been to all type of conferences and different cons and all that, and said
writers
it was
and
amazing what we had pulled off, and she loved it and can't wait to see what we do next year.
I'm not sure if you told me she said it was the nicest one.
Yeah,
I don't
she
want to
did.
misquote her.
Nope,
And I didn't
she
say
said
her,
it was the
I
nicest
didn't
one
say her
she'd
name.
been to. Yeah.
Yeah, so another thing to promote real quickly is my books did come in. They're officially supposed to be here on June 8th, you guys. So if you ordered them for Amazon and you're wondering why you haven't received your Spirits Unveiled book, the reason you haven't received it yet is the official date that those drop is June 8th. Tomorrow will be June 1st. So maybe in about a week you'll get it. If you get it sooner, that's great. But I know people here, we had 24 come in from my
24.
publisher, and we need to put a couple of those back, by the way, Roger. So Spirits Unveiled is out, and people so far are enjoying it. They like the quiz in the back. It was interesting because Lizzie and Roger, y'all took it, and
arson, yeah.
Did Arson take it?
Yeah, Arson
What-
took it too.
What did he get?
I don't remember.
But you and Lizzie got the same thing.
Yeah, me and Lizzie got the same.
Yeah, she took it. We already knew what you were, and she took it, and I thought she's surely going to be something else, and they were exact same aliens or alien energy. Excuse me. So, because of at Tide, Carrie Pierce was there and did the seance speak. I just saw somebody out of the corner of my eye in there. I'm not kidding you guys. She comes. This
Not
person
shocking.
comes and stands
Not
right there.
shocking around here.
And it wasn't, I mean, there's nobody here. So Carrie Pierce did a speakeasy or seance speakeasy. And of course, she's known for her wonderful charm kits. And you want to hold yours up,
Oh,
Roger?
yeah. So here's. the
Just so you know, there are
Tide one.
none of these available. They all sold out, all the ones she made. And we are going to do a kit, just a little teaser. We're going to be doing a kit if you come to the Thursday event. It used to be on Monday, changing it to Thursday. It's going to be called Co-Creators Day on Thursday, October the 6th of this year in Portland. And we will be creating a kit. If you come and crowdfunding it, and if you attend that event, you will be part of making that kit, whatever your expertise is. And there will be leaders in the field on all the parts of how to put that kit together, legal, marketing, everything. And that instead of being on Monday, which was a professional development day, which people got back to us and they were like, we're kind of over that. They wanted something else. So Carrie came up with this day, and there will be, you can go online on the website. The people you're going to hear alone, and Carrie said this, are worth between $1,000 and $2,000 just to listen to these people speak, literally, to get their trade secret, their expert ways that they do things. So it's going to be $290. Along the way, if you get it early, Roger, there's some discounts if you buy
Well,
those as packages.
Yeah, we had those already in. If you buy in like a package and things like that, and we had that out there. A couple of people bought them and got the discount too for the early purchase. We'll probably have another. This summer we'll have another couple of little special things running.
So I'm going to say it really
Yeah.
kindly to y'all. Don't get your panties in a wad, because the only thing that's changing is there's no Monday. There's instead of Thursday, and it actually makes it easier because you already were going to need to come on Thursday anyway. So we're making it from 2 to 8, and we're giving you 5 months notice. A friend of mine, Jamie Sawyer, has already changed her flight. She said it was easy peasy, no big deal. Okay, so
We've got plenty of time.
so just instead of jumping to, oh no, I'm mad because they're changing the date. A lot of people were upset about it, weren't even going to Pro Dev Day anyway. Just, you're going to want to go to this event, okay? And I say that with all funny, loving kindness. Just find the good in it, okay? So what I thought we'd do is instead of doing what we typically do on the last, what is today? Tuesday.
I got the
Oh,
best
so
one.
what? I thought what we would do is we would do, I'll tell you what that's for, just so you know.
I know what's worse. When you ask a yes/no question, I'm gonna flip it. It's gonna be either yes or no.
So not
Keep that
exactly.
in mind.
Not exactly. So I'm in a serious mood. Can you tell? What we're going to do instead of pulling cards is we're going to use some charms. Now I may use curios, so it's more than just charms. There are all kinds of curios in here. What the yes no? So usually you'll draw charms, and the flip tells you, do you need to draw another charm to clarify? So what Roger was just flipping is, does this charm give you all you need to know? So that's what that flip is. And then the die is for, and you can use it for something else. If he wanted to use it that way, he could, but that's not how it's explained by Carrie in her classes, in all of her classes usually. Then the die, if you want to hold that up, that
one?
is used for the position that you're reading from. So if you were doing a spread, you could roll that, and it could be, okay, on question number 3, then say question number 3 is, which ancestor has the most to tell you? If you're talking about ancestors, you would go to position, what number did you get? 1, and then you would, at position 1, then you would flip your yes, no, and it would tell you if you needed to, no, you don't need to draw another charm, so you'd move on. And then you'd roll and see if any more. Okay, that's what those are for. So you take those out of your deck because you're always, when you're digging in there, and those are the ones you always draw because they're really big. Just pull those out. Because I was always thinking, I'm intentionally not drawing those big ones because I'm like working around them. So you can pull those out of the deck when you're drawing. The die, the flip coin of yes, no, and the something
There's 2
else.
dice.
Take those out. Okay,
This
the
is
who,
a
what,
how, who,
where,
what, when,
why.
why.
Yeah. Okay, what I call the cross-examination questions. You can pull those out. Okay. So, you ready? And this, like I said, this was called Fortuna's Castle, and Fortuna comes from the Wheel of Fortune in Tarot, if you just want to know where that came. She also gave us a little $1,000 bill. I was trying to pay Matt with these.
He
I
said,
was like, you
"Hell
can
no."
have $2,000 bills, or Roger can pay you. You can have this right now in cash, and Roger, he didn't fall for it.
I definitely saw those sitting out whenever we were doing teardown, and from across the room, it looks like a $100 bill, and I was like, "Well, wait a second here."
I was like,
Who's leaving money lying around?
You can have this, or you can wait to get paid. Which, yes or no? Door number 1 or door number 2?
By the way, we've had 137 episodes, and we are 1 month shy of a 3-year anniversary.
Let's have an
So
anniversary
June
party.
28th was when the first episode was posted. So around then is
I
the
think we
anniversary.
posted the very first. Yeah, so cool. I am going to keep this deck. What I have done in the past, Carrie, if you ever listen to these, she's a busy woman, I'm going to tell you. But if you ever do listen, she's on here some. I've mixed all my charms together through the years.
Oh, she knows that. I told her.
Why do you tell on me all the time?
How's I like telling you?
You just love to get me busted. Okay.
I'm like,
and then I
Michelle
have.
just takes all those and just dumps them in a big bag.
What'd she say?
She laughed.
Typical Michelle. Okay, so if you guys want a question, you can ask a specific question, you can ask a general question, and then we can decide how we want to do that. Roger can read any way he wants to read. I'm just telling you that's why when these are in there, it's kind of hard to know, am I going to draw this or not draw this, right? Okay, so
I'm
who's
pretty
up?
sure you knew I was going to read however I wanted to.
I know you are.
All right, so Carla would love one,
Okay.
and she promises to be online this time. She was late last
Yeah,
time.
we always say be online. Well, Carla. All right. So I've got
Shaky,
one.
shaky.
Does she have a question? I'm assuming no, or she would have
not
written
put
it.
a question in there at all.
I wrote at the beginning, these are, that these are live. So if you're asking for a reading, you know that these are going to be on the live show, and they will be played again. And if you want to write a question, that's fine too. Just remember that they're going to be read live, right? Okay, so we're just going to get busy and read. I'm drawing one, and then I'm going to see if it needs a clarifier, just like I just talked about. Because I like shaking that thing. Because it just kind of...
That sounds nice.
Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to flip it. So I need a clarifier. And you don't keep rolling. You just draw a clarifier one time. You could, in theory, keep rolling. Okay. Or keep seeing if you need a clarifier. But I did need a clarifier, and I got it. Okay. What about you?
Me? Oh, I'm
He's
playing.
going to be reading all night because he's drawn like 4 charms.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that
2 of ours are the same,
well,
just so you know.
I know what I've got coming
go for it.
across for it anyway. So the problem was that my first charm I pulled was actually a peace sign, okay, but it was turned sideways. And when I set it down, it was turned sideways. So it's actually, with Carla, is that I feel like you're like trying to figure out where your peace is. Okay, you're trying to find peace in life. But then the other 2 charms I got was actually the $100 bill and the lucky frog with the coin in his mouth. So I think your peace of mind, where your challenges are, is actually you are kind of worried about the monetary things around you. But also I got as a clarifier is actually the unicorn. So I think it's your magical side of things of being able to kind of come across and open yourself up and to stop worrying so much about it. Things are going to come to you as it needs to come to you anyway, including the money.
Right. So I received drew first the Ankh, the Egyptian Ankh. And to me, this has a lot to do with protection. And so you do have protection around you, whether it be that financial protection or anything else that's going on in your life right now. And as a clarifier, because I drew that, yes, I need to draw another, like, what kind of protection, what exactly is this talking about? I didn't get, oh, you need to go to Egypt, or, oh, you're connected with a past life in Egypt, you may be. I got protection right away. And I also got, as a clarifier, the unicorn. And I also got number one, the magic within you, but I got kind of going in between the worlds. That your protection is going to come when you're slipping in and out of the consciousness between, like when you're first going to sleep or waking up, and when you're writing and doing and journaling. That's where your answers are going to come, and that's where your peace is going to come for your answers for how you are best protected in whatever it is that you're worrying about. So that's what I got. And the best way to use these charms, or at least the way Carrie Paris teaches it, that I think is best if you're first starting them, and I know a lot of people listening that I looked at have taken charm classes either from me or from Carrie or other people, is, you can say, what is it? Like, you look at this and you go, okay, what is this thing? It's an ankh, right? And then you say, what's the next question? You ask, what is it used for? Okay, like literally, what is it? Like, you could pull something else. Let me just pull something. So this is, and there's some Monopoly pieces in here, you guys, just so you know. She threw some in here. So, like, this is, draw one, Roger. I think this little Monopoly guy carrying the ladder. Is that one of the Monopoly guys?
He's
carrying a ladder?
I don't think so, unless it's a newer one.
Well, let's just do, okay, so it's a unicorn. What's a unicorn used for? Okay, I don't know. But a lot of the practical ones. A ladder. What's a ladder? Well, it's a ladder. What's it used for? To climb and get up on top of it in a tree to get the cat out, or to get on top of the house.
Today I used it to get the lights changed.
Okay, that. And so, but then what does it mean
get me out of the dark.
Because a big thing to know is that, especially if you're reading for someone, that what a ladder means to me, it may not mean to someone else. It may not mean that to somebody in another country. What a dog means to me, it may not mean to someone else, right? So you have to get in the mind of your reader. It's okay to even ask them, what does that mean to you? Okay? All right, so that's what we got for Carla. So we both seem to get that unicorn, so the answer seems to lie there with you for your clarification on any of the concerns you're having right now.
Okay.
Right?
Yep. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, Kelly. And will I find happiness, and am I making the right decisions in my life?
Okay, so we'll do that as two-parter. I'm going to do the, am I making the right decisions first? And then I'm going to do the, will I find happiness? Do you want to do it that way?
Sure.
Okay. And I'm going to shuffle these because clearly I'm drawing those out. I'll find happiness. Or am I making the decisions, and will I find happiness? What the heck? Oh, I know what that is. And then I'm going to do this clear. You can go.
All right, so the first part of that, will I find happiness? Well, I got the black cat, and this is a heartbeat type arrow, and I got the lucky frog again, coin frog, right? So, but black cats, sometimes people associate with, like, bad luck and all, but I don't, because I think black cat actually is a very good symbol of, like, even protection. So I think what you have on the happiness side is that you actually are very guarded of your heart. Like I said, heartbeat, almost, that thing looks like a heartbeat. And I think what it is actually the fact that you are very guarded and protecting of your own heart, and you need to kind of start finding some of your own luck to bring in some happiness into it. Okay, I think it's when you start actually focusing on that, your own luck, you're manifesting it and bringing it in, and and allow that guard to maybe fall off your heart a little bit, and still be protected, but allow that guard to fall down a little bit to open your heart up to allowing some happiness coming in. How's that for that?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Okay, so I switched the order, and the questions were what again?
Will I find
opposite.
happiness?
Okay.
Am I making the right decisions in my life?
So I did right decisions in my life first, and I did need to draw a clarifier on that. So I have, the question is, am I making the right decisions in my life? And I got the hand holding, a deck of cards. Now these are, like playing cards. So it's a hand, I don't know if y'all can see, holding up, like kind of, your cards, like when you be playing cards. And so I'm making the right decisions in my life. So it's like you have a variety of choices to choose from, is the way I'm looking at that. And so, like, are you playing your cards right? So that just is reaffirming your question. Are you playing your cards right? So I think it's good right now that you're asking that question. Are you playing your cards right? Because it's like, do you know when to hold? Do you know when to fold? Are you playing your cards right? So I got a clarifier because, of course, that didn't really give my answer. And the clarifier that I got, I believe, is that a hedgehog or an armadillo?
I'm going hedgehog.
Okay, what do you know about a hedgehog?
They're cuddly little things like this,
But what are they for?
digging around in the dirt.
What are they known for?
Being cuddly and doing this on Facebook.
Matt?
That's what I see them doing. People go, tickle,
I've
tickle,
not
tickle.
interacted with hedgehogs all that much. They roll into little balls, I think. right?
Okay. So I think they
And
know
they
how to protect themselves. They know how to survive. They
Yeah.
know
They do have spines. Yes.
they do have spines.
Not quite like a porcupine, but they are.
Right, so
they
they're-
can be spiky.
Right. So they're a little bit probably not as they're a little more vulnerable than porcupines, right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Oh,
they
yeah.
be?
Yeah. They don't have to. Like,
So they have to find their own ways to
Perfect.
survive. So the question was, am I playing my cards right? Am I making the right decisions? And I'm gonna say that the hedgehog. I'd like you to look that up, and do spirit underscored animals. Google that .com if you would. Not right now, but later, please. And it'll tell you a little about hedgehog because I think that's going to give you your answer. But what I'm getting from it may tell you something different. What I'm getting from it is there's times when you to almost like I was talking about know when to hit me and know when to hold. I don't really gamble that much, but y'all know what I'm talking about when you're playing. Sometimes you should hit me, sometimes you should hold, and you need to know when to roll up in a little ball and just protect yourself. And that way you are playing your cards right. But it depends. Okay, and then the second question is what, Roger? What she had is the first question.
well, she had her first
I know,
question.
the first question. The second.
Will I find happiness?
So the will I find happiness is also interesting because it's a dragon. And there's, as Carrie explained, because Wes was sitting at our friend Wes from Soultopia's, he has this I'm a Soultopian bracelet, get the Wes, and he was sitting at my table. And he drew a dragon, and he saw that as protection. And there's two kinds of dragons, the way they're thought of, the Asian dragon and the European dragon. And one is more about protection and one is more about greed. And so I see this as, again, more of will you find happiness? And it's if you are protective of yourself. Instead of letting yourself get into these situations that you've gotten into the past, I don't know. I'm just telling you if you're protective of yourself. And you know the things that you've learned that get you into situations that don't cause you happiness. Because you've had some of those is what I'm getting in your life quite a bit. And then I drew one more card, and I'm not sure why. I drew one more. And I got the little witch's hat, which is really adorable. And to me, that was saying for you to come into your magic and to come into your own magic instead of counting on everyone else to, create that magic for you in your life, that you can create that own happiness in your own life. Okay?
Well, on my second part of her question was making the right decision. I got the anchor, which I kind of think about that as like anchoring yourself, grounding yourself. Then I got the Easter egg. But the Easter egg, what comes across my mind is not an Easter egg. What we think about is actually Easter eggs like we see in movies. Because in movies and TV shows now, as they put those Easter eggs in there, kind of the hidden meanings behind things. So when you're talking about like you're making the right decision of things, is, you kind of need to start grounding yourself. You have a lot of meanings in behind that's hitting around you. But I also got the little hand mirror. And the hand mirror says you need to be looking towards your inner self to actually to focus in on those decisions, okay? And actually, I got the bull, so charge through with it. Because when you figure out these are my right decisions, you just charge with it. Don't start second guessing yourself or anything. Charge with it.
Did you look up hedgehog by chance? Is that what you were doing?
I have not, but I
I
was checking the
didn't know.
stream.
I
but
thought maybe. No, you don't have to. I'm not making you
I can
work.
do it real quick.
I just thought maybe you were curious. And if this was the real my real book, not a little mock-up here, I think hedgehog is in my new book.
Yeah, let's do it.
But Before we go into a new reading, I want to show you guys. Pride Month starts tomorrow, and we have, if I can get it under here, we have some Pride bracelets. Roger, there's one for you.
Okay.
Yours says what?
This says love
Is
is
love?
love.
And this
So it
one
says love
says
is love right on it.
Catch, Matt. This one says, whoops.
Oh,
That one says
me.
Pride, I think.
Yes, this one says love wins.
Love wins. And this one
Very
says,
pretty too.
and this one, yeah, aren't these pretty? And
Yeah.
this one says Pride. So these are for sale now, starting tomorrow and online. So you guys come get them. And it says on the tag Pride, but it also has a little thing on the. Some of them say love is love. Some of them say Pride on the little blocks on the bracelet itself. And I'm gonna see if I can get that to hang. Maybe on the book. We'll see. If it falls, it falls. Okay.
And these will be limited because I know that we didn't have a ton
Oh,
of
for
those.
sure. Yeah.
And they did take quite a bit longer because of spelling the words out on there.
Yeah, we were going through trying to dig out all the letters, and we were like, "Can I buy Val, please?"
So here are some of the meanings for hedgehogs.
Okay.
You got some of it, the defensiveness and protection with the quills and its ability to kind of roll up and protect itself. They also mention curiosity. Hedgehogs are very inquisitive and like to explore, so that's something. And they are very resistant to illness or venom and things like that. So
Very good.
hardy, I guess you might say.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so that
that's cool,
fits.
that's cool.
That's really good. So I guess the answer to your question, Kelly. who
It
were
was
we
Kelly.
for? Kelly is, are you on the right path? It looks like if you know how to, well, at least what I said was know when to slow down and know when to change some decisions that you used to make because you've learned. And then, yes, if you also, you will find happiness if you do that based on the decisions that you make, right?
Yep.
So you're part of it. It's not just set in stone. It's free will. So the answer is in large part that it's up to you. And that sounds really like that's no answer at all, but it really is the answer and oftentimes. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Next one is Kathy. What should I be focusing on now?
Okay, I love that question. Okay, so what should I be focusing on now? I'm just going to draw one, unless it tells me to get another one. So this is round. Oh, I know why. It's an acorn. Okay. Shaking. All right, I'm ready. Let me go.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I got the acorn, and to me, what you should be focusing on, Kathy, is longevity. The acorn is wise, but the acorn starts off really little. We know the story, right? Or most of us do. But they grow to be large oak trees, and they stay around a long time if they stay well and if they're taken care of, right? And so what I get for you immediately is that you need to take care of your health so you will, what is this? Live long and prosper? Is that it? So take care of yourself because I feel like you are going to live long. I mean, I don't want to predict, life and things like and death, but I feel that is something for you, but you want to live a great quality of life. So you need to start taking care of that as much as you can. So that's what I got for you.
Cool. So here's what I got. I got the snake, the jack-o'-lantern, and an umbrella. And then under I got actually a gift box. So what I get from that is it's all about because if you think about like the snake and the jack-o'-lantern is very spiritual, very much magical spirits of things coming around, the umbrella kind of protecting. But in the gift box I get this as a roll-up of what you need to do is protect your gifts, your spiritual gifts. Okay, so what you need to be focusing on right now is actually protecting your spiritual gifts.
Awesome. So, Roger, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yep.
We have some Tide stuff to give away. Do you want to give away a couple of prizes?
We have some? Yeah, we got some.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So, we have some Tide stuff to give away. So, if Matt and Roger, because I stink at this, can come up with some really good questions about what we've talked about on the show.
She should have told us this beforehand.
I know, but I love to
I'll tell you
like,
what.
Yeah.
Who, the first person, I'm watching right here. I got you. The first person that can tell me who designed this kit,
Y'all better watch it right now.
okay? First person can tell me that gets a Tide shirt. I'm watching and I'll tell you who it is. First person.
What
Okay.
channel?
So
do they have
I've
to be
got.
on?
I'm on the SoulWhat Facebook, and first person that says it, who
Those tie shirts are
created
cool,
this.
too, by the way.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, these kits they're full of charms too. There's a lot more in there than I thought there was.
You're not going to get this kit.
No, you're not getting this.
the
You're going to get a
shirt.
Tide
There's
shirt.
no more
I'll get you a
kits.
Tide shirt. You just have to tell me what size and which store you want to pick it up at, or if we need to mail it to you. So I'm watching right now who created this
Who
kit
created
because
the
we actually
kits?
talked
I know
about
some
it
of
a
y'all were
couple
in
of
the
times.
class. So y'all should get it. You don't have to spell it right.
Yep, you get close.
You don't have to say the name of it. Who created the kit?
And don't tell me, oh, it's some city place.
There's a delay, so
Yeah, so we're watching.
we need the sound
Let's see here.
effects.
What is this right here? I was looking to see what else while y'all are telling me who created this kit. To win a shirt. Let's see here. I'm looking on Michelle's phone and she's got so many things.
In large part,
That's
it's up to you.
the
We're
actual
gonna-
video.
And while he's doing that, I'll tell you guys, you do need to hop on, not right now, but when we get off, hop on that Newt's, get your ticket to Newt's, and go and make your hotel reservations. The first block already sold out. And we called on Saturday. They said call back Tuesday, and
Wow.
we were sweating it. But
there are some.
we bought some more rooms.
Queen rooms that are still available.
The king beds are gone. So, y'all gonna be sleeping tight if you want to sleep with your partners. But that's just
In
fine.
a queen bed?
Roger always likes the queen bed. So I'm like, get off me.
We can sleep in a queen bed. We still have room.
So the king, but there's plenty. We bought off some more rooms. But I'm not kidding you guys. That room, and now there's a hotel across the street, but you don't want to be over there because you won't be in on the action. You want to be with
You
everybody.
better hurry up and book some rooms.
So you better book them because I'm telling you that I'm not kidding you. They're going to be gone, and those that are at the Monarch, you can just go on on the website is it nwtarosymposium.com.
WTaroSymposium.com.
Yeah, and you want to get your tickets. And I'm telling you, you're going to want to get that ticket for Thursday too. And you can still fly in on Thursday. That's why we just came up with that. And I thought that was brilliant of Carrie to come up with that idea to fly in on Thursday, because then you can go home on Sunday and you're done. And you're back for the whole next work week. You're done. You were going to have to fly in on Thursday anyway, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to have to be there for first thing Friday morning anyway. So does nobody have that
Nobody's answered yet.
Okay,
Did
so
y'all
let's-
all forget?
Y'all don't
Rewind the show and play it again, guys.
Let's go for another question.
So we're going to go for another question, yeah.
Okay, so Matt, do you want to win a Tide shirt?
Matt was paying attention.
I know the answer to it. If y'all don't know the answer to that one, then...
We'll let it sit there for a while. Maybe
Yeah,
people can figure
somebody,
it out.
well, somebody, I'll watch.
Okay,
I'll
so if we
watch.
come back later and somebody gets that one.
Just
Yeah.
give us your answer to question 1.
Yes.
So,
So here we
it's-
go. Let me see here. There was a couple of on here questions.
They were probably
Angela.
surprised we were giving prizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Angela, I saw your question here. I'm getting back to it. All right. Am I going to reach my goals and how?
In hell?
How?
I gotta scoot back a second.
Angela,
I
you
was
think
like-
Angela's going to hell?
No, but
Is
I
that what
thought
you're
her
saying?
question was, am I going to reach my goals in hell? I was like, well, I don't believe in hell, so I'm not sure. Because what's hell to you? Because I've already been through hell. I don't want to go there again. So, are you going to reach your goals and how? Okay.
How? You're going to reach your goals and how you get into hell.
Okay. Are you going to reach your goals and how are you going to reach? How are you going to stay out of hell? I'm sorry, Angela. You're poking fun at your wonderful question. I need another one for that. Are you going to reach your goals? Ooh, y'all are going to die at the little creature I drew.
This should be interesting.
You're going to die. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Well, I don't really know how I'm going to interpret it, but here we go. Okay, so are you going to reach your goals? I drew again. This guy's kind of big, so he kind of jumps out, this Ankh. So to me, that always means wisdom. It means protection. It's connected with Egypt. But it said I needed a clarifier. And so I think you have wisdom and you're guided by some, this I do think applies to some like Egyptian guides that you have that help you reach your goals. But there's this little imp, when I had to draw a clarifier, that kind of sits on your shoulder. It's kind of the little that talks in your ear and that tries to, and it might be a friend, it might be a little spirit, it might be something that tells you, do you see it? I mean, look, you guys, it's a little.
Is that like a little demon?
It's a little demon kind of guy.
Speaking of hell.
So it's not true. Speaking of hell, and it's no mistake that came up. And so you are impeded to a certain extent in reaching your goals because you have people or spirits that kind of whisper in your ear saying, that's not a good idea, da-da-da-da-da. You need to just say stop to those people who shoot down your ideas. All right? Now, if your ideas are like pie in the sky and there's a history of ideas that are, then you might want to run them by people that have always given you good advice. You following me? So I'm not saying don't ever take advice from anyone, but this is one that seems to always want to shoot down your ideas, and it feels like a spirit of sorts. Guides will not cut you down. Guides will not tell you only listen to me. I'm the only person. That's an abusive. That's like an abusive person that isolates you from your friends and all that kind of stuff. Same thing with guides. So, will you meet your goals? Is that the first question? Mm-hmm. Yes, if you stop listening to the naysayer spirits, including your own self that always cuts yourself down. Okay. The second one is, how will I do it? Okay. And interestingly enough, I got an angel playing a harp. And I think that this means you will do it, and this is going to be kind of broad. It's not specific, but you will do it by investing, because I got a clarifier card. It is money. You're going to have to put a little bit of investment of time, talent, and money into whatever is good for you to put your time into versus all the things that you try to do that people tell you don't do it. And you end up, is that making sense? Go with the things that are solid versus spending so much time on the chasing the pie in the sky things. There's a couple solid things that are your goals. And even if they don't sound, it doesn't have to be brand new. Yes, there are a million real estate agents out there. Yes, there are a million nurses out there. Yes, there are lots of lawyers. Yeah, you know what? There are a lot of people doing podcasts out there, right, Matt?
That's right.
But does that mean you shouldn't do a podcast?
That does not mean you shouldn't do a podcast.
So should that dissuade somebody from doing a podcast just because they say everybody right now is doing a podcast?
No, because everybody out there is not you. So that's
exactly
right.
So whatever your idea is doesn't have to be brand new. Don't let people talk you, and I feel like this needed to be brought up for you. Don't let something get in your ear and say, oh, well, everybody does that. That's not a brand new idea. There's no brand new idea under the sun, really. So whatever it is, go with that, and I do feel you'll be successful. It may take a little bit of time, one of the talents, time, money, talent, to get going in it, but you need to stick with it and not let the little thing get in your ear.
Good.
Okay.
All right. And Lexi knew the answer that this kit was created by Carrie Paris.
So let's see, you get a shirt. You'll need to let us know what size you want, and if we have kinds you can choose.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So here's what I got.
We have your address.
It was Angela, right? Yeah, Angela. So first one I got again was the bull which means that, I get this, like I said, it's like Bull's kind of headstrong, very charging, but then I got the Pegasus. Okay, so you're actually very good about coming up with the ideas and almost, sometimes though you get a little bit distracted by maybe going too far with it. But here's the thing. I also got the little medical thing. So the
What is
problem,
that called?
I
always
forget.
forget.
This actually, it has different
Catadus?
colors and things on it, but I forget what it's called. But it's the medical, the little
Yeah,
snakes
the
on
snakes
it
on
and
it,
the
the
wings.
staff.
Yeah. What I get though with this is the fact that you get so wrapped up on these two that it actually is not that you're having medical issues, it's the fact that it starts draining your energy. So my fourth one is actually the turtle.
He
And we
drew
know
the
about
whole,
the turtle.
He drew the whole 10, y'all.
I
We're
did
going
like
through about
Michelle normally
105.
does. Like Michelle normally does. So I also got the turtle. With the turtle, we know slow and steady wins the race. So instead of flying off at everything and trying to do everything at once, make a plan, stick with it, and go slow and steady with it. And once again, I got the lucky frog with the coin.
Let me see that one. Oh, cute.
Yeah, so got the lucky frog with the coin to make that money coming in. Bam.
Very good.
Got it.
Oh, so you guys, look what I got. Somebody took a class on opening fans, and they were showing us at the Tide thing.
Did you get it down, Pat? I'm
Well, clearly I did not. But in this cute from Target,
Target it is.
isn't it cute? So I clearly don't. But it's hot here all the time, so I brought that. And we also, but that's not at Soultopia, but we also have some little Pride decks and the Pride Tarot. So we're going to have a whole little section for Pride. One year we had a Pride flag out, and the neighbor's gone. We're actually in that warehouse now where he was, and we had to sage the shit out of that place. And when he left, I actually, send healing to him every time I think about him, because the whole thing was sad when he left. But our landlord was really good about it, because he came over yelling at us because we were having a Pride event. And he was trying to make us take down our Pride just for that one day, our Pride flag. And, you can't really do that. That's kind of a bit of a hate crime right there. And so it ended up, we got to leave it up, but now we don't know where it is.
I do know where it is.
Oh, it's in the storage unit?
No, it's in the back closet.
Oh, why don't we get that out and go take it to the boat?
Okay.
He don't want to take it to the boat.
I don't mind taking it to the boat.
Every other boat out there's a Trump boat.
Every other one, or you mean like 90%?
No, it'd be fun out there. Okay.
All right, you ready for one more?
I am.
All right. Let's see. Lynna, Lynna.
Okay.
Will driving for Uber be enough to take care of my family? Will driving for Uber be enough to take care of?
Okay, so we're not gonna put. I'm gonna put a time frame of this on this for like between 3 and 6 months. That's all I'm gonna do, because that's all. I get the impression that we need to put a little bit of a time frame on that. Okay. I don't know if Roger does, but I do. Okay. You don't?
I can do that.
I mean, it's up to you, but I'm going to put a time frame, and we're going to check back in later. I like this little coin to tell me if I need to draw more, and I do. Some of these little things I'm not used to yet, and I'm a little... Woo! What is that? Okay. Go.
All right, so I see it as, and I got the candlestick, the umbrella, spider, and the broom. 4 of them. So
in the library with the candlestick.
Exactly.
My favorite
But
game.
the candlestick is a tool, right? Or is this candlestick holder is what it is. Not a candlestick, but candlestick holder.
Right.
So I see that as a tool. So I think this is kind of the driving for Uber is a tool of kind of to make sure you're okay as of right now. Okay. But I think what's, it kind of will help you in the next few months, like Michelle was talking about, 3 to 6 months, right? It's a good place for you to be for 3 to 6 months, protecting you as far as like making sure you have income coming in and things like that. But I think you're going to have to broaden your web out a little bit and maybe start expanding what you do. Maybe it's instead of just driving for Uber, it's something else you do to help along. And it's also sweeping out some of the old stuff that no longer serves you. Maybe it's cutting cost of things. Like, let's just say it's Netflix and you watch it once a month. Why do you still pay the Netflix fee for watching something once a month? Maybe it's cleaning up some of that type of expenses that you should no longer need. And that also will help you where you're not having to work as much, and maybe you can spend more time with the family too, besides just being the person just, taking care of them.
Okay, so first of all, I got the crown, like not crayon. My son used to say crown for crayon. I didn't know what he was talking about, the crown. And I think you deserve to be treated that way for a while. You need to be treated like the queen or princess, whatever term you want to use. It doesn't matter that you are king. It doesn't matter, but royalty that you are, and this is going to give you a chance, because most people are pretty friendly to people that are driving Uber. I had a friend, I won't name any names, but I've had quite a few actually, that stopped for a while, and have some right now that are driving Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, things like that, and they're actually making really good money than they made before. What they're also making, and they're getting kind of a rest because they enjoy it. They enjoy being in the car. So I want you to ask yourself, do I enjoy this? Okay? Is this giving me a rest to where I actually can rebuild myself to where I feel better about myself, and I can step back into feeling like the queen, princess, king, prince, whatever you identify with, that I am. We also have like the Merlin, okay, the sorcerer, and the one that really can make things happen. And I believe that is going to be somebody you meet that you drive. So again, there have been so many stories. You hear kind of the scary stories. What I hear when I'm reading is the amazing stories of who people meet when they're driving. They meet, taking somebody to the airport, or picking up from the airport, or just driving them from here to point A to point B. They meet somebody who says, I'll give you an example. I met somebody who had just passed the bar. Taken the bar. They had just passed the bar, and I was able to pass their name along to a law firm, because they were like, I don't know where to go here. And so you make connections that way, if you will just, not over talk, but talk. So I get that for you, not as advice, but that's what's showing me in these charms. And I did draw a little tile, because these kind of count as charms. Mm-hmm. So I brought out Jamie Sawyer's tiles with our little logo on the back. You can get these from Jamie Sawyer on Etsy. If y'all don't know where, contact me. She'll be at Newt's also.
Or just come to Newt's and get them.
And so it's the hangman. So I feel like that's why it's the 3 to 6 months. I feel this is just a stopping point for you that's going to help you meet some other people and lead to something else for you. So this is not a forever job, but it's a job to give you some rest and some healing, to get you into something else that is going to be better. And I'm picking up better for your health, is going to get you to where you are able to take better care of not only you but your kids, because you're going to have more energy and you're going to feel better. So the answer is yes. I'm getting not even 3 to 6 months, probably 4 to 6 months. But, when they want to talk to them. And if they are saying, I can help you with this or that, or I'm with this company, take their card if they give it to you. Hold on to that card, because you never know who, these angels walking on earth may be the one entering into your car. Okay. But be careful, of course. Mm-hmm. So let's give away another prize.
What the
We got a lot of t-shirts. So, what was the animal that I didn't know what it did? It was close to a porcupine, and I didn't know, and Matt looked it up. Do y'all know? It was kind of close to a porcupine. It's kind of cute. It starts with an H.
And they go, wee.
And you want to do that again, Roger? Because Matt didn't see you, I don't
Yeah,
think.
he did. He laughed.
That's all I needed.
So first one, is Wes on here? Wes Apida on here tonight?
I haven't
need
seen
to come
him
back on
chime
the
in.
show.
He may be watching, just not chiming in.
Yeah, Westopedia needs to come back on the show.
There you go. Kathy got it. Hedgehog.
Kathy got it. Okay, so Kathy, you want another shirt? Because that's what you're winning. And if not, you can give it to somebody else, okay? Because Kathy got it from being there. So,
Well, yeah, but she's got a staff shirt.
okay, so she
because
can
she
get a
was
regular
volunteering.
shirt.
And she's getting a tie shirt.
Okay, so we
With
can make a note of
Cali
that.
French
And so you-
logo.
Yeah. So Callie French was our featured artist, and if you read in the front of your program what that labyrinth was about on the front of the shirt and all the symbols is really cool. And then her class, if you watch the recording of that, if you attended and you watched the recording, you took her class. She really went into detail about what all the symbols were about. And supposedly, I know my friend Carla went in there because Callie was an absolute class act angel, godsend to her, and watched over her. Mary and Nikki told me for much of the time, and that right in the front of the program, really explained what that labyrinth was about. So that's cool. All right, so we have about 7 minutes. Do you want to read one more, or do you want to talk about what's coming up?
Either one.
Okay, so we will be heading to INATS, which is the International New Age Trade Show. It is how Roger and I kind of got connected to the other people kind of in the United States and worldwide, in this business. And we always joke because we didn't know anybody, and we'd walk up and I'd ask for a catalog, and I'd order I'd go, on the catalog, I guess I'll take one of these. And they'd kind of look at me like, okay.
What are you doing?
And I'll take one of these.
She'd literally go through and order like 50 decks of cards for herself and
Like
one.
one. And they were
Now they look at us
always
like we're crazy because we order so many at a time.
So they were always so kind. I mean, they don't treat me any differently now that we order cases of stuff than they treated me when I ordered just one deck. They were just all of them. Chris McClure with Schiffer Red Feather, from them to Lynn Sparrow and Allison Dina Cola, who spoke at Tide at U.S. Games distributing, to Llewellyn, to Red Will Weiser, to New Leaf. They were just all so friendly. And so we'll get to see all of them again in about a week.
Week and a half, yep.
And this book, if I don't knock everything down, The Magic of Connection is up for an award, and a lot of Roger's stuff is up for awards. And we're really excited.
We were
about it.
nominated for 6 different awards, and we've won 5. We just don't know.
We don't know what place we got. And several of them, they were absolutely not shoe-ins. The book was absolutely not. I was literally shocked when Roger said you made the 3 finalists. I was like, well, I'm sure I got 3rd place then. So we'll see. But that was with some really good company. And then we get to meet, if there's any new products that are available, new things on the market that we don't know about. We're always trying to look and bring those back to you. And it'll be good to see a lot of those people that we haven't seen, that maybe we didn't see at Tide. And then again, we want to just emphasize to you to please go on and look at the news. It's about 5 months away, and we are already starting to work on that. But I have some things that I've posted about how to sign up for the fall for my crystal certification classes. And people have been asking about that. I have some fun little things I'm posting. Yes, it takes me a while to answer them because I give you practically the whole class when I give you the answers on them. And what else is going on, Roger?
We go to D.C.
Oh, yeah, so you can talk about that.
So Michelle, actually, I got the call, I guess, for Michelle.
Well, they always call Roger because
I guess I'm Michelle's
I never
now.
answer the phone.
I'm now Michelle's personal assistant, in case y'all didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I need one. So if y'all want to deal with me, which nobody does.
If somebody needs a job as a PA, we got you a job over here with Michelle.
Actually, you just get to boss me around because I don't know what I'm doing.
So it's the American Library Association, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called, something like that.
Something.
They sent me the passes. I downloaded them actually on my phone already because you put them in your Apple Wallet, and they scan you when you go in. But she's going to spend like 2 hours signing her book on that 25th,
The new book, right?
The new book,
Yeah,
on the
that's fun.
25th at the American Library Association in Washington D.C. And we're going to go spend a couple of days going through the museums because I've never done that.
I'll be sleeping. No, I'm kidding. I went with Tanner for her graduation, and I will tell you where I want to go, but I'll go with him. It's really fun. I love going to all of them. You can't see them all in a couple of days. So
There's a bunch.
There's a
You
bunch.
just got to run.
Well, we went pretty fast
Right.
when we were Tanner. Yeah, I like seeing the rubies, the slippers. They're at the Smithsonian.
Yes, they're
There's
at
all
the,
kinds of stuff. Yeah.
They're at the American History Museum. Yeah.
Oh, they are there. Okay, so
Yes.
something's at all kinds of stuff's at the Smithsonian too, and just to get through that,
I think it'd be awesome to go to those.
Yeah, well, it's fun. She loved it. I mean, she was just like, she'd take off, and I'd be like,
They didn't invite me, guys.
well, it was mother daughter kind
No,
of
it
graduation.
wasn't. It was something else.
But anyway, so is she invited to this?
Hell to no.
Well, there you have it. Okay, so that's about it that I can think of today. Y'all come in and get your Pride bracelets. They're limited edition for sure. And they'll be at each store. There'll be a little Pride section.
And I think right now we only have them in the Carrollton location, but we'll get them to
They'll
all
get
stores
up
this week.
there, and then it's
Yeah.
they're going to be a little table at each store, a little Pride stuff. There'll be some little chakra stuff thrown in with it, and then anything else?
That's
I know
it.
I always get off and I go, oh no, I forgot to mention this. Matt, anything?
Not that I can think of.
We'll have to schedule a party for our 3rd annual. We didn't. Every time people have something for their first. Have you ever had people do something special for their 1 year?
Oh,
second
sure. Yeah, I
year?
mean that happens, but
What?
3 years is special too. So
And we'll have. I just have to get. I got a calendar starting in July. I kind of don't have a calendar for all of June. I kind of do, but I kind of don't know where it is. So June, I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. But
You mean as in like a calendar of what you don't know what you're supposed to be doing?
right.
Okay.
So, but it's somewhere. So June, I just kind of have to remember in my mind, which is kind of scary. But we're going to do some. We are going to have a book launch in person and on Zoom, because my first book we didn't have to really get to have a very good book
Yeah.
launch. I mean, it was great. Ashley put something together incredible, but I would like to have like a bigger one, like where everybody shows up and we have really fun stuff to do and everything. It was really nice for being in the middle of COVID, but we had to like regulate the numbers of people who come in, and maybe
6
people
feet
could.
apart.
Maybe people could dress up as whatever their alien thing is, or bring their
Whatever their spirit
They
god
can-
is. How about their just spirit god?
spirit
That way
guide.
you
But
can
even in
just
the
do-
bad, the alien ones are fun.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Lizzie and Roger are both reptilians.
oh well, that's interesting.
And then it was so funny because Lizzie got a lizard.
Yeah, she did.
Lizzie got a lizard and she's reptilian. So what do you think?
She walks around with that lizard on her all the time too.
yeah.
She's always got it out.
Always. And we put a mirror. She's like, where do I put my mirror? And I go, well, right there. And she goes, oh, no, it'll bother the lizard. I was like, put that damn mirror over there by that lizard. That lizard will be fine. She goes, it might give it a heart attack. And I'm like, put the mirror over there by the lizard. It'll be just fine, right?
Yep.
Okay, so you know what we're going to do? We won't be over. One word. 1, 2, 3. It's 8:30. Of course, I have to go over.
Nope.
I already
Matt,
put my charms
here,
up.
pull a charm, Matt.
That's okay.
Pull a charm.
All right,
You
so
don't mind,
pick.
tell me.
Know what you're picking.
You know what it
whether
is?
it's number 1, number 2, number
I do know what
3.
it is.
You do know what it
I
is?
do.
Okay.
We're going to give you a quick.
I'll go first. Matt's going to go second. Roger's going to go third and close out the show. So mine is the little. It's almost like the who was it that had the wings on his feet?
Pegasus.
Pegasus.
Or not?
No, it's not Pegasus.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Or- yeah.
So it's like Mercury retrograde. It's all about communication, being fast on your feet, delivering messages. And so this week, if you picked number 1, It's going to be I don't know if we're still in Mercury retrograde or not.
Yeah, I think we just came out.
I think we just came out, but maybe in the shadow period. Just be careful be quick with your messages. Be quick to respond. Don't put people off too long is what I'm getting. Like, respond within 48 hours, and because otherwise you're waiting too long to respond, and people may get irritated with you. So just be swift in your responses. That's number one. Who's two? Matt?
Is that me?
For all the number twos, Matt.
Okay, so I'll see if I can get this to show here. I got the well.
Oh, yes, it.
It's like a little water well.
That's a deep subject.
It is a deep subject. And yeah, so just quickly off the top of my head, I mean, I've never really worked with charms before, but just looking at the well, the first thing that comes to mind is like sustenance. You know, like a well is a very important part, especially if you're digging your own well, like here. I mean, that's how you're getting fresh water. That's how you're surviving. That's how you're providing water for yourself or for your animals or whatever. So I want you to think about, for number two, is think about digging deep to find that sustenance, that thing that gives you life, that thing that keeps you going and keeps you hydrated or keeps you healthy. And you may have to dig deep to find it, and you need to put in the work. That's the other thing is, digging a well, especially this type of well, is hard work, right? And you need to know where to dig, and you need to dig deep in order to get the water that you're looking for. But it is there for you to find. So that's what I say is if you're feeling a little, low energy, or you're feeling a little, spiritually dehydrated, you need to dig deep, you need to know where to look, and you need to go and get the water that you're looking for.
That resonates. I'm a two. So number threes.
All right, so I got the pea stuff. Little pea stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So
threes.
what I get from this though is the fact that the rest of the week is actually you spending time kind of chill and focusing on your inner peace, and try to get into an inner peace into yourself, and stop being so stressed about the everyday parts of life and work and relationships and family and everything, and really spend more time just focusing on yourself than everybody and everything else.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So this is, in my opinion, has been a really fun, great show.
You mean a charming show?
It has been absolutely charming.
Well, Michelle, it's been a
bless
charm to be here
y'all
with you.
and have some sweet tea, and we will see you next week, y'all. Thanks for
Good night,
coming. See you next week.
Thanks for listening to SoulWhat, a Soultopia production. If you're intrigued, searching, or looking to schedule a reading of your very own, visit us in sunny Dallas, Texas, or visit us online at facebook.com/Soultopia Holistic Boutique. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting platform to be the first to hear new episodes every Tuesday at 7:30 Central.